Okay, let's get here. What's next? ANC and state capture. SA on the verge of being a failed state. It feels like South Africa has been on the verge for a while now. You know? Pretty sure it gets closer and closer, but if they keep on saying it, at some point people will just start ignoring it because no action's getting taken to stop it. Let's see here, what did I have to say? So the Afrikaans political party, which is fairly conservative, probably in the eyes of every black person, is super racist and black hating. So basically they're saying that they agree with the Director General of the Treasury that South Africa is not a failed state yet, because whenever someone in South Africa says South Africa is becoming a failed state, people always say it's not a failed state yet. But it will soon end up being one if the state capture is not brought to an end. There you go. Saying the obvious. Although it's good to say it. Let's see here. Economic growth is hampered further by the defragmentation of departments. It will only be the country's benefit if departments like trade and industry, small business development, even finance and energy are combined. Okay, well, I'm not quite sure that's the biggest issue at hand. Corruption, crime, and low education and unproductive workforce is probably much bigger issues. But that's just me. What do I know? What do I really know? Either way. Saying there's a lot of bureaucracy, South Africa's economy is in trouble, and drastic and rational steps will have to be taken to salvage the situation. That's true, but once again, that statement means nothing if no action gets taken that will change it. And everybody's got different opinions on what is required to change it, so that's also a tricky thing. Okay, that's just basically highlighting that some of the political leaders are saying things are getting a bit bad in South Africa. And now what's happening is the FF Plus is saying that capitalistic measures must be brought into place so that South Africa can prosper again. To an extent, they're right. Capitalism does improve everybody, even the poor. Everybody gets uplifted. The rich gets richer. The difference between the poor and the rich gets wider, but the poor gets much richer, so everybody gets better. Socialism is always the opposite. They're always dragging everybody down to the bottom. Never works. Mother Russia looking well after its children by giving everybody a 1.5 bedroom flat. Yawn. Ugly, grey, badly built. Double yawn. Whatever, just talking politics. Means nothing. Most important ministers and his department must explain to the public. Expropriation. It's coming. I would say white people and colored people and Indians should figure out how they're going to protect themselves against expropriation, because it's coming. The black masses want it, and if the current president doesn't give it to them, they'll just get someone else that will. Colored, white and Indian people in South Africa has to wake up and see that South Africa is just going exactly the same route as the rest of Africa. And you can go and have your 1.5 million people coming together and praying, Mr. Buchan. If God does not lift them up and bring the leaders with shrewd plans and ways to prevent the destruction, it's not going to happen. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting times for South Africans, but I definitely think Indians, coloreds and white South Africans need to start thinking about this stuff, you know. Either they think of leaving or they think about how they'll protect themselves against it. Because the black masses will just come and say we're taking it, you know. You people don't belong in Africa, Africa is for the black man. And that is really what they'll do and say. You know? And I'll talk about where the colored and the Indians and the white South Africans can go in another video with these Belgians visiting South Africa, because there's a bit of hypocrisy in that, and we'll talk about that. Yeah, South Africa is in a tight spot. They have to get the economy going, they have to get the productivity up, and they have to stop marginalizing the people with the best skills to help improve the country. It doesn't help to make white people poorer and then after that start making colored and Indian people the same. They need to start lifting them up and help them drag the other people into a better economy. And that's just how it should be. Yeah, interesting stuff.